trio, Lily and Sasha and Jenny, for the stunning.
Lowering things here.
I feel so lucky to stand here with 8 years of JYCA under my belt. That's 3 years as a high schooler and 5 years on staff. I feel very lucky. And some things never change. We have always been a community that has highly valued the following: cuddling, potlucks, creativity, retreats in beautiful places, goofiness, dorkiness, individual relationships, and community building. We have always had a safe space where young people could experiment with different identities and ask themselves, in what ways am I Jewish in the world? In what ways am I an activist? In what ways am I a leader? And in JYCA, we not only get to ask these questions, but we get to be loved no matter the answer. I personally entered JYCA as a quiet freshman. I watched as more experienced youth led the group with their zest and passion. The staff, Miriam and Julia, modeled for me new ways of being Jewish activists. I felt myself slowly open to the possibility of supported leadership, and I began to lead workshops internally for JYCA and out in the community. I got to attend rallies, youth rights conferences, and show up to marches as a young Jew. And at each leadership training session, I got to collapse a little and share some of the stresses of my life and feel supported and uplifted. It was a really beautiful model of what activism could really be like, wholly supported by my loved ones and by my Jewish culture. In college, I led a group of artists in thinking about social change, and I found myself reflecting on my leadership experience. I thought about JYCA, about how the shy pit in my stomach blossomed and continues to blossom to this day into leadership. I have been very blessed to work my first 2 years at JYCA with the deeply wise and loving Sarah Tyrus, and my later 3 years with the brilliant and magical Jenny Guidi, who is now ending her official term at JYCA. We are all so grateful to Jenny for the incredible amount she has given this organization. And I personally am very grateful for all that she has not only given to JYCA, but for all the love and friendship she has given me as well. JYCA has taught me how to dream. Like Sasha said, our safe community gives a glimpse of a possibility of the kinds of communities we'd like to see more of in the world. Right? We want more of this in the world. Dreaming sounds easy at first, but often there are blockades. I don't know about you, but when I start to imagine my vision of a just world, suddenly these voices start to play in my head saying, don't be so naive, don't be so childish. And then I remember that this is the voice of adultism, and in JYCA we teach youth empowerment. We teach that young people are extremely powerful and brilliant, that the ideas we have as young ones are important and worthy of attention. They should not be diminished or belittled as naive, childish, or even cute. They are in fact deeply, deeply valuable. The world's future and present depends on the visions of young people today. And the more each of us realizes this about young people, the more we can also believe that our own visions and dreams are powerful as well. So in JYCA, we let ourselves dream of the world we'd like to see and then take steps towards making real change. And after 17 years, we are not only ready to do this in that broad way, we are also ready to start dreaming big about JYCA itself. As we prepare for our next year of JYCA, with Alex Tan as our new program facilitator and assistant director, we are in a stable place from which we can begin to imagine, how can we be even more effective in our change making? How can we reach even more youth to give them the JYCA experience? How can we help bring even more left Jewish leadership? How can we sink our roots even deeper? These are the questions we have begun to ask. So in your program, you'll see a pull-out sheet that Sasha talked about. On one side, we want to know about your visions for economic justice, and on the other side, we want to know if you're interested in talking about some of these questions with us as well. Feel free to fill out only one side or the other, or fill out both. There's a team of people who have started to ask these questions, and they're listed on that sheet as well. We really want to hear from you. We have a lot of exciting ideas, and we're excited to tell you about them. And we know we can't do it without your help. So we invite you all, in true JYCA fashion, to shush whatever voices get in your own way and let yourself dream big and powerful. Thank you. So on the note of tower, the song is called On Tower. And there's a little sing-along part, so I encourage you that if you sort of figure out how it goes, to add your voice in the mix. Don't be shy, dream big. We got power in our blood, and we got power in our bones. We feel power in our lungs. We feel power in our souls. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? We got power in our strides. We feel the strength deep in our love. It's power in our lives. More than damn we got. Can you feel it? Tell me about power.
What is power?
Tell me about power.
I don't know.
Tell me about nighttime. What is
It's the nighttime.
Tell me about nighttime.
I know.
We can feel it when it's rimming. We can feel it when it's on. Feel it when we're sinking. Only then we're too far gone. Still it is when we are lonely. Still it is when we despair. Might not feel it when we're only just one person. Still it's there. And it's strong within our yearnings, though we can't hold on too dear. Fire candle burning. God, there's power in our fear. And we feel it. Tell me about oceans. What is
The oceans.
Tell me about oceans.
I know.
Tell me about sunsets.
What is the sunset?
Tell me about sunsets.
I know.
I know. Find it deep within the wrestling, ladder rungs and angel wings. Climbing and descending, never know what lessons bring. And it doesn't do no favors to some guy to stay unseen. If we say it's nothing major, we miss something in between. There is power in our voices, bring them loud to the streets. There is power in our choices, find us praying with our feet. And we feel it. And we feel it. Tell me about crossroads. What
That
are
is crossroads.
Tell me about crossroads.
I know.
Tell me a story. What
There's the story.
Tell me a story.
I know.